The Radio Memories Network is brought to you in part by Liberated Syndication, podcast publishing made easy, libsyn.com. That's libsyn.com.
The Mexican Robin Hood, the Cisco Kid and his rotund sidekick, Pancho, played by Mel Blanc, rode through the Southwest robbing from the rich and giving to the poor. A great deal of care and spirit in recreating a true Mexican flavor in the show. By the time Cisco arrived at the microphone, he had been greatly sanitized to make him acceptable kiddie fare and had picked up the obligatory humorous ethnic sidekick, Pancho, lifted without acknowledgement from Miguel Cervantes' Sancho Panza character in Don Quixote. Thus, the Cisco Kid became a great favorite with Western fans during the 1940s. Dubbed the Robin Hood of the Old West, his radio adventures originated for many years at WOR, New York, and were widely syndicated by transcription by the Frederick W. Ziv Company of Cincinnati, Ohio. Jack Mather and Harry Lang filled the lead roles, supported by the usual War Stock Company. Now let's join the Cisco Kid and Pancho in this week's exciting episode.
Here's adventure. Here's romance. Here's the famous Robin Hood of the Old West.
Cisco, the sheriff, he is getting closer.
This way, Pancho. Vámonos. The Cisco Kid. Another exciting adventure of the Cisco Kid. In the days of the Old West, many of the early settlers had immigrated to the new frontier from lands far beyond the borders of America. One such rancher was Duncan Ramsay, who with his daughter Janet had come from the highlands of his native Scotland to settle in this rich new country. A frugal man, Duncan Ramsay, but a man with a heart as large as the wide, cloudless sky that smiled above his fertile acres.
Whoa, lassie, easy, girl. Easy now. There's a nice bag of oats ready for you in yon barn, lassie, and Jock will give you a good currying.
Dad, dinner's all ready.
Aye, lass, and it's ready for a good dinner I am.
Well, hurry up and wash, Dad. It's all on the table.
Will you just work the pump of my... Janet, and I'll wash my hands and face.
Sure, Dad. Dusty riding today, huh?
That it was.
Here you are. Here's a towel.
I'll thank you, lass. I'll be right in.
All righty, but hurry.
Yon bonny banks and by yon bonny breeze and that. Janet, lass.
Yes, Dad?
Where's the comb?
It's right on the shelf by the door.
Huh? Aye, so it is. Oh, Duncan, lad, your mind is wandering along with your hair. Soon you'll be parting it with a towel.
Sit right down, Dad.
That's a fine table you're set. Bless us who do our use and us to thy service. Amen.
Amen.
No, pass the potatoes, lass. I got an appetite like a famished beastie.
Well, that's because you spend so much time out in the open.
This fresh air and sunshine, Janet, makes a man feel young again. And that's the reason I'm going to send money back home so your uncle and his family can come over.
Oh, that's awfully good of you, Dad. You know, this climate will just do wonders for Uncle Glenn.
Aye, lass. That's why I'm riding into town as soon as I eat to see Lon Marshall at the bank.
Oh, can I go along, Dad?
Oh, dinna blush that way, lass. Although when you do, you make me think of your mother.
I was not blushing.
You were blushing, and I cannot say it doesn't become you. But today I'll be seeing young Lon by myself.
Well, you're going to arrange for the bank to send the money to Uncle Glenn, is that it?
That I am, lass.
Oh.
And I'll have them make out a bank draft for enough to pay up your uncle's debts and give them first-class passage all the way over here.
And so, Cisco, what do you think happened then?
Oh, I do not know, amigo. What happened when the senorita rode down the trail and met the bandito?
The bandito shot a gun. Bang, bing, bang, boom, boom, bang, 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 bang. And the big tree come falling down. Crash! And the senorita screamed, hee, hee, ooh, ay, hee, hee. And the senorita's horse starts to gallop. Gallop, 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 gallop. The bandido jump on his horse and say, get up, get up, get up. Oh, hold up. That's you, loco. Oh, oh.
Your story, Pancho, was so good that even Loco believed it. Well, come, amigo. We are almost at the rancho, Senor Duncan Ramsay.
You know the Senor Ramsay, Cisco?
Oh, I met him one day when I was in Newton some time ago.
Pancho not meet him.
No, Pancho, that day you were not with me.
Huh?
Senor Ramsay has a large and very fine rancho, and asked that we stop by and see him if we were ever out this way.
So we go out there now, huh?
Si, amigo.
Uh-huh.
Perhaps Senor Ramsay will ask us to stay for supper.
Oh, that's good, Cisco. Who do the cooking there?
I do not know, Pancho, but I hear that Senor Ramsay has a very attractive daughter.
Mm-hmm. Pancho wonder why we go there. And now he find out. Another senorita. Ay, Cisco.
Oh, Pancho, we do not go there because of the senorita. We go there because,
Cisco not for Pancho. Pancho know why we go there.
No, not at all, Pancho. We go there to visit Senor Ramsay.
Pancho no.
Wait, Pancho.
What?
I think there is Senor Ramsay riding this way.
Yes, Cisco. Maybe we meet Senor Ramsay here. We not got to go to the rancho.
Of course we will go to the rancho, amigo.
Well, Cisco, Pancho just wondering.
What is this, Senor Ramsay?
Hello, Cisco. Well, it is good to see you, laddie.
We were just coming to visit you, senor. This is mi compañero, Pancho.
Buenos dias, senor.
Pancho it is.
Uh-huh.
Well, a bro lad that. Glad to have you visit with us. Now, both of you ride on to the ranch. I got to go into town, but my daughter Janet will make you welcome.
Si, Senor Ramsay. I trust we are not intruding.
You'll no be intruding. It will be a great pleasure to have you. Now, I'll not be very long in town. Just a wee visit to the bank, and then I'll be right back home again. Now, come on, get up, lassie. I'll see you later, lassie.
Adios, amigo.
This the senor will go to visit Cisco?
Si, amigo. That is Senor Duncan Ramsay.
Pancho think he speak with a very broken accent, Cisco.
You wanted to see me, Lon?
Oh, yes, Matt. Come in. Sit down. I thought we'd better have a little talk in this private office, Matt, where the bank customers can't see us.
Sure, Lon. What's on your mind?
You saw Duncan Ramsay in here a while ago?
Yes, I saw him. One of our biggest depositors, too.
Well, that's just it, Matt. He wants to draw out a lot of money and send it to Scotland.
That's not so good, is it?
With the way our books are rigged, it isn't.
Yeah, you shouldn't have taken the bank's money to speculate in gold mines, Lon.
Oh, now, don't forget, Matt, you're in this, too. We both thought those mines would pay off.
Yeah. You know, Lon, $15,000 would cover us.
Yeah, I know. But getting $15,000 is about as easy as picking silver dollars off a desert cactus.
What do you plan to do?
Well, just this, Matt. Ramsay's got deposits to his credit in the bank of about $18,000. I think he'd be glad to pay out about $15,000 of that to get his daughter back safely.
Why, Lon, you're crazy. You can't do that. Why, you've been courting Ramsay's daughter.
Oh, sure, Matt. I know that. But can you figure out a better scheme?
Well, I haven't got any better scheme, but I still say you just can't do that.
Oh, I'm not going to do it, Matt.
What do you mean?
I mean, you're going to do it.
Oh, no, not me.
I think you will, Matt. You're in this bank shortage just as much as I am. And if anything happens, I'll prove it to the directors.
Oh, I see what you mean. You being cashier and me head bookkeeper, you have me right in the middle.
I thought you see things my way. Just remember, Matt.
Yes?
If we work this carefully, there'll not be any trouble for either of us.
How do you mean?
You make all the deals. Get Slim Long to do this job for you. He'll handle it easy.
Yeah, but he'll want money, Lon.
Well, sure, Matt. Promise it to him. Promise him anything. But don't give him any money in advance. And, Matt,
Huh?
be sure nothing happens to Janet Ramsay. I'll hold you responsible.
That, Senorita Janet, was a most delicious supper.
Well, thank you, Cisco. It's a pleasure to cook when folks eat so heartily.
Aye, Pancho.
Pancho think he like to live here all the time.
You should taste some of the good food we have in Scotland.
Uh-huh.
No, lad, did you ever eat a haggis?
Haggis? What that, senor? What
Dad,
Huh?
how this is terrible. Well, Pancho wouldn't like that. I know he wouldn't.
Not too many things Pancho not like to eat.
See, Senor Ramsay, but Pancho likes mostly simple, plain things to eat, like tamales, tortillas, enchiladas.
I'd like a shudder for you, putting that heathen food into your stomach.
Dad, different people from different places like various kinds of food.
See, senorita, but who can speak of food now? It is better, I think, to enjoy the memory of this most marvelous repast.
Janet,
Oh, yes, Dad?
this afternoon when I was in the bank, young Lon Marshall told me that they was taking you riding tonight. I didn't know anything about that.
Well, I guess I should have told you, Dad, but I just forgot.
Look at the last blush. No, Janet, you can't go running off and leave your guests.
Oh, but of course, senor. Do not think of us, senorita. You go right ahead. Pancho and I will visit with your father.
Well, I don't like to be discourteous, but, well, if it's all right,
Well, I guess there isn't much we can do about that, lass.
Oh, that's Lon now.
Cisco, Pancho laughing.
Come on in, Lon. Let me take your hand.
Well, now, Miss Janet, I didn't figure to stop.
But I want you to meet our guest. Now, this is the Cisco Kid and Pancho.
A pleasure, Senor Marshall.
See, what Cisco say?
Good evening. Good evening, Mr. Ramsay.
Aye, lad, it's nice to see you. Now, mixing a bit of business with pleasure is what Scots are noted for doing. When do you expect that I'll be able to have my money sent to Scotland as I asked you?
Well, Mr. Ramsay, I think we should be able to have everything taken care of in a few days.
Good. You let me know then.
Oh, yes, Mr. Ramsay. I'll let you know.
I'm all ready, Lon. Oh, you'll all excuse us, won't
Oh, of course, senorita.
you? Well, good night.
Good night. Glad to have met you.
Gracias, senor. Adios.
No, lads, dinner be out late now.
I won't, Dad.
I'll just walk to the window and watch them drive off. Fine lad, that Lon Marsh.
Cisco,
Si, Pancho.
Pancho laughing. Very hard, Cisco. Now, look here, Matt. How do you know this is going to work?
Now, everything's all arranged, Slim, like I told you. Lon Marshall is taking Janet for a ride. He's coming along this road. It's your job to stage a holdup and kidnap Janet.
I don't like doing this without getting some money in advance. Risky business, kidnapping. If I get caught, it'll go hard
You're
on me.
not going to get caught. It's all worked out, Slim. You take Janet to that old abandoned gold mine. Now, you've got food and water.
Sure, Matt. Enough for a couple of days.
That'll be time enough. Old man Ramsay will have the money by then. Now, remember, the first thing you do is have Janet write a note to her father, telling him to get $15,000 and leave it at the entrance of the mine shaft.
Yeah, I know all that.
Be sure that the note says if he ever expects to see his daughter alive to get the money fast.
Sure, I'll take care of that.
All right, now do this tonight. Give me the note, and I'll see that it gets to Ramsay. Shh. Quiet now. You all ready?
Yeah, I'm all ready. But what about my money?
You'll get your money. Don't worry about that. Hey, here they come. I'll be over here in the bushes waiting.
All right, you. Get your hands up.
What's the meaning of this?
Oh, Lon, do something.
You won't do nothing. Hand over whatever money I got, both of you.
I haven't any money.
Well, I haven't much, but here it is.
Why, that ain't hardly nothing. All right, I'm taking the girl. Get down, you.
Lon, do something. Well, don't just sit there. Help.
Nothing much I can do, Janet. You won't get away with this.
Ain't no use to put up a fight. Step right down here, miss. Quit using that whip,
I'll have the law on you for this.
You'll have the law on me, yeah. But don't forget what'll happen to this girl if you do. Now, get going.
Oh, you beast. Let me go. Let me go, I tell you.
Calm down, miss, and nothing will happen to you. Just do as I say now.
Oh, what is it? What do you want?
I just want you to write a little note to your father.
To my father? Why?
Oh, just to tell him if he'd like to see you alive again. To do like you're telling him. In the note you're gonna write.
In just a moment, we'll continue with our exciting story of the Cisco Kid. And now, back to the Cisco Kid. Cisco and Pancho, unaware of what is happening to Janet, are seated in the living room of the Ramsay Ranch, talking to Janet's father, Duncan.
Aye, Cisco, I guess we've both got blood in our veins from far across the sea.
Si, Senor Ramsay. Perhaps that is why I enjoy so much a good fight.
Did you ever hear the wild skirling of healing pipes? There's a soon to set your blood hammering in your veins.
No, Senor, I have never heard that music, but long ago my family answered the call of adventure and set forth across the seas to conquer new lands.
Aye, Cisco. I guess our talking has been too much for your braw lad friend there.
Si, amigo. Pancho does not trouble about yesterday or worry about tomorrow. He lives for today and the needs of the moment.
You ken that sound, Cisco. Pancho snores like the pipes of a wild Highlander. Oh, and who could that be? It's much too early to expect Janet home.
Cisco.
Si, Pancho?
Mr. Ramsay, she's gone. Your daughter Janet's gone.
Come on. What are you saying? Where's Janet?
We were held up. Janet was kidnapped.
Kidnapped, Senor. What do you mean? Was she not with you?
Aye, lad, now, calm down. Tell us what happened.
Well, we were driving along when suddenly there were shots, and a masked man stopped the surrey. He asked for our money. Then...
Si, Senor. This may be serious. Tell us.
Well, then he took Janet from the surrey, threatened to shoot me, and my horse ran away.
Did you not put up a fight?
Well, I tried.
You mean, long lad, that you let Janet be kidnapped?
Well, I tried to stop it, but I couldn't help.
Madre mia, this bad, Cisco. The senorita may be in very bad trouble.
I'm afraid so, Pancho.
Now, what is that now?
A rock was thrown through the window, Senor. There's a paper tied around it.
Yeah. It looks like a note of some kind.
It is a note, too.
What does it say, Senor?
I'm almost afraid to read it. Here, Cisco, you read it.
Si, Senor. Dad, I'm held captive. If you will leave $15,000 at the shaft of the old abandoned gold mine, I will be returned safely. If you do not do this, you will never see me alive again, and he signed on it.
Aye, the devils, that dirty, low-down devils. Come on. We'll go to the bank now and get the money.
Well, Mr. Ramsay, I don't think we can get it until morning.
Why not? It's my money that you have there in the bank.
I think, Senor, it would be well to wait until morning. What time can you have the money ready, Senor Lan?
Why, about 8 o'clock, I guess. Yes, I'll have it ready by that time.
Well, I'll ride into town with you and see the sheriff. I'll have him get a posse together.
I would not do that if I were you, Senor.
Why not, Cisco?
Because great harm might come to Senorita Janet if the ones who are holding her captive were to be tracked by a posse.
That's right, Mr. Ramsay. He might even kill her.
He might, Senor Lan? You assume, then, it is one man?
Why, sure. Certainly it was only one man who held us up.
I see. One man was too many for you to fight, Senor?
Well, he had a gun, and I couldn't do anything about that. I'll be going now. Sure sorry about this, Mr. Ramsay.
And well, you should be, Lon.
Well, you be at the bank first thing in the morning, Mr. Ramsay, and I'll have the money ready. And I think you better do as the note says.
It's a strange thing, this, Cisco. The senor La not fight the bandido.
Hey, Pancho, the senor did not have a mark or a scratch on him.
Cannot understand it, Cisco. In my days, a lad would fight for his lass if it took his last drop of blood.
Si, Senor Ramsay. Sometimes there are reasons why a man refuses to fight.
What do you mean by that, Cisco?
Nothing at the moment, Senor, but if you would care to have us, Pancho and I will be glad to assist you in this.
Aye, I'd like to have your help, but I didn't want to do anything to harm Janet.
We will see that she comes to no harm, amigo. Perhaps we can save your daughter and your money, too.
There, Matt. That's the last of it. 15 packages. They look all right?
I guess so, Lon. Those 20s on the top and the way you have it wrapped makes it look like the real thing.
Yeah, Matt. That paper stacked between the $20 bills is a good match. Well, Ramsay should be here any minute.
Everything's going all right?
So far, Matt. But I didn't figure on the Cisco Kid and Pancho being at the Ramsay Ranch. They're just visiting, and I don't think they'll cause any trouble. Ramsay has been warned to do exactly as the note says, and... Oh, here's Ramsay now. Open the door for him.
All right.
You have the money already, Lon?
Oh, yes, Mr. Ramsay. It's all ready. Here it is. 15 packages of $1,000 each.
Good. I'll take it and be on my way. I want to get the thing over with. I didn't get a wink of sleep all night.
I'm sorry to hear about your trouble, Mr. Ramsay. I certainly hope everything works out.
It's a bad thing when this happens in a civilized country.
As soon as Janet is safe, I'm going to get that man who did the kidnapping. I'll find him.
Aye, lad. You could have done more last night if you'd tried,
And
I think.
here's your money, Mr. Ramsay. I put it in this canvas bag.
Good. I'm going right out there now.
Oh, just a minute, Mr. Ramsay. You forgot to sign a check for the $15,000.
I'll take care of that when I come back.
No, Mr. Ramsay. This is a bank, you know, and we must have your receipt for this withdrawal. Here's the check ready for you to sign.
Now, give it to me quickly. Duncan Ramsay. Know I'll be on my way.
Oh, hi.
Goodbye.
Mr. Ramsay. Well, Matt, everything's working out fine. Here's Ramsay's check for $15,000, and there's actually only $1,200 in that bag.
Yes, Lon. Now I'll enter this check on the books, and our shortage is fixed.
Right down below us, Pancho, is the entrance to the mine.
See, Cisco, this way Senor Ramsay leave the money, eh?
See, Pancho, it's probably in this old mine that Senorita Janet is held captive. Come, quietly now. We'll look around.
Where we look?
Usually these old mines have another entrance, sometimes through the back, a small opening for ventilation.
Do you think maybe we get in that way?
I do not know, amigo. These mine tunnels under a small hill. Let us go around the other side of the hill where the brush is thick.
It's just over this rise here, Cisco.
See, amigo. Should not be far from this spot if there is a shaft.
This mesquite grows very thick here, Cisco.
Very thick, Pancho. Look out for snakes.
We beat the bushes to try them out, huh?
No. We cannot do that.
No?
It would make too much noise. Just be careful. Will you? Pancho, get up. Listen.
Oh, please, let me go.
I'll let you go as soon as your father brings the money.
In here. In these bushes. Look, a small shaft.
I'm going up by the front of the shaft to watch.
Won't you please untie me?
You'll stay tied up until this deal is completed. Don't try anything now.
This hole is not large enough to get through, Pancho.
What we do?
I'm going back to the front of the mine. This man we just heard talking will be watching for the money there.
See, Cisco, I stay here?
See, Pancho, when I've had time to get to the mine entrance, you start dropping rocks down this hole. Do anything to make Senorita Janet scream and get that hombre back to her.
I see.
And you come around to the front and join me. We'll have to be careful so Senorita Janet does not get harmed.
See, I do this, Cisco.
As soon as you hear the hombre running back this way, come quickly to help me.
Why did this have to happen? Oh, if I could just get these ropes loose. Oh, what's that? Oh, it's rocks falling. Maybe it's the roof. Oh, no, it's a snake. And I'm helpless.
What's the matter?
Snakes, help me, oh, please untie
There's
me.
no way. Stop. Shut up.
You hit the senorita. Hombre!
Yeah, I hit her, and that ain't all. She'll never get out of here alive, and neither will you.
We will see about that.
This gun will answer for me.
Cisco.
It's all right, senorita. This hombre's aim is bad.
Oh, yeah, I'll try it again.
I think not, hombre.
Cisco. Pancho here. I help.
Bueno, Pancho. Untie senorita Janet.
You low-down ornery swine.
You have not had enough.
All right, I've had enough.
Very good. Just take your gun. Pancho,
See, Cisco.
you have the senorita untied?
See, Pancho have.
Bueno, now tie up this hombre.
Cisco, the snake. It was just terrible.
The snake? What snake, senorita?
Well, it rattled and it hissed.
Oh, senorita, that was not a snake. That Pancho.
Pancho?
Uh-huh.
When I told you to make Senorita Janet scream, I did not mean you were to scare her to death.
Oh, Pancho, sorry, Cisco, but the senorita scream all right.
Well, come. We will go to the entrance and meet her father. He should be here any minute.
Oh, Cisco. Oh, I'm so thankful you came.
Oh, and so am I, senorita.
This hombre not want to walk with us, Cisco.
Well, Pancho, that is your problem. You know what to do.
See, Pancho do. Pancho, hombre. Get moving or Pancho get very mad with you.
Yeah, I'm coming.
Yeah. Well, here we are, senorita. The sunlight seems good to you, no?
Oh, it certainly does, Cisco. Oh, look. Dad's riding this way.
See, it is, Senor Ramsay. Yeah, he rides fast, too.
Whoa, Lassie, whoa!
Yeah. Buenos dias, senor.
Janet.
Oh, Dad.
Well, we'll thank God you're safe.
Well, it wouldn't be if it hadn't been for Cisco.
I brought the money, Cisco. Is this the villain who kidnapped Janet?
See, Senor Ramsay, this is the one.
Speak up, man. Why did you do it?
I ain't talking.
You'll talk all right. I'll kill you with my bare
A
hands.
moment, Senor Ramsay. You brought the money as the note requested?
Yes, Cisco. It's right here in this bag.
Suppose we take a look at it.
I'll just take it back to the bank now that I didn't need it.
Look here, Senor Ramsay. There is very little money in these packages.
Got a little money? Why, man, there's $15,000 there.
Sure, there's $15,000.
Someone wanted to make it look like $15,000, but these packages are mostly paper with a few $20 bills on the top.
Why, them skunks wouldn't trust me. I should have got cash in advance.
What you say is very interesting, hombre. These skunks you mentioned, who are they?
Oh, no, you don't. I'm not talking.
You do not need to, hombre. It is evident that Land Marshal arranged this whole deal.
No, Cisco, I cannot believe
Oh,
that.
no, he wouldn't
I
do
think
that.
you will
Cisco.
find otherwise. Senor Ramsay,
Aye, Cisco.
did you not have difficulty in obtaining the money you wish to send to Scotland?
I did, but Lon said it took time to arrange foreign exchange.
I think that was for Land Marshal's convenience, senor. A bank draft on your account could have been made out and sent immediately.
Well, then, now that you mention it, I thought myself it was strange.
It was also strange, senorita, that your escort of last night, this same Land Marshal, should have allowed you to be kidnapped.
Yes, it is strange, Cisco. Why, he didn't seem to want to put up any fight at all.
Si, senorita. Now, hombre, talk.
Yes, I'll talk. They're in this, too. They hired me to do the job. Lon Marshall and Matt Hunter.
Very well. We will now go to the sheriff with our story. I am afraid, Senor Ramsay, that you are the victim of a swindle. You may have to go to court for your money, but you may be thankful that your daughter has been returned to you unharmed.
Cisco.
Si, Pancho.
Madre mia, Cisco, these flies are very bad today.
Si, Pancho, at this time of year, the flies seem to swarm over everything.
Even Diablo and Lobo not like them.
Flies bother Diablo and Loco even more than they do us.
Why they got to be such pesky things, these flies, huh?
Well, amigo, is the pattern of nature. At the time of the great flood, back in the Bible days, remember that Senor Noah took 2 of each kind of animal into the ark with him.
And Senor Noah take animals. This Pancho no.
Also, Senor Noah took birds and grasshoppers and all kinds of insects.
Does Senor Noah take on the ark the flies too, Cisco?
Si, Pancho, he took 2 of each living thing.
Pancho think he lose a very great opportunity, Cisco.
Opportunity? What do you mean, Pancho?
With only 2 flies in the ark, think how easy it would have been for Senor Noah to swat them both.
Oh, Pancho!
Oh, Cisco!
And so ends another exciting adventure with O. Henry's famous Robin Hood of the West, the Cisco Kid. Be sure to listen again for another thrilling adventure of the Cisco Kid. Cisco Kid was played by Jack Mather. Pancho by Harry Lang.